Hi, this is Ehsaan.
Hi, this is Shankar.
Hi, this is Loy.
You're listening to us on Radio Dehotties, where the entertainment just keeps getting hotter and hotter.
That's ALTU and that's PHALTU.
Yes.
Bandajan, हम आपको कहते आ रहे हैं that there's going to be a phenomenal concert that's coming to town, and on the 5th anniversary of Radio Dehotties, we are so excited. We're so excited, Bandajan, ki oh my God, what joy! Because we are bringing you back our very own darling music trio, Shankar Ehsaan and Loy. Hi Shankar, hi Ehsaan.
Hi, and
Hi,
yours,
Kavita.
Lloyd, and yours, Lloyd.
And hi, Loy. So excited to have you guys back on with us. So tell us, for the benefit, I know you're going to be here next in a couple of weeks. So, but for the benefit of all our bandhus who haven't heard from you in a very long time, we'd like to know, how did you guys come about, Shankar, Ehsaan and Loy? Talk to us a little bit about
Oh, that question again.
that. No.
We want to know.
We used to be petty car thieves.
Oh.
We used to break into cars
Like the
and
big...
steal them. And that's where we met each other at Flora in Bombay, where we were stealing a car game.
Okay.
That's 1/3 of the story.
Okay.
My story is that they came. I went to their barber shop for a haircut.
Ah.
And they gave you a good one, I see. Okay, we want to hear what Shankar has to say.
Yeah.
I was in both the places actually. I was actually stealing the barber's car.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. And okay, of course, but that we know a lot about you guys already because of, thanks to Wikipedia, thanks to the interviews we had with you and everything. But
Yeah.
it was I wanted to see what kind of fun team you guys are. We've spoken to you before. We had the fortune of actually meeting you guys in person as well.
Yes. So we wanted to kind of ask you, you have nailed you actually heralded the millennial generation of music. So you brought on a very different sound, every single album, every single work of yours has been a hit. So talk to us about how that journey has been, and how, when you started, music sounding very different in Bollywood. How did this come about? Please talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, actually, see, the thing is that when we came in to compose, I mean, we started with Mission Kashmir and Shul, actually, and of course, Thus, which never got made. But I guess Dil Chahta was the one that really put us onto the map, and I guess we didn't have much pressure, because the thing is that we didn't want to live up to anything that was going on in Bollywood at that time, because, it is nothing, what is going on in Bollywood at that time, except for maybe Rahman, was nothing that we wanted to do, you know what I mean? So we just did what we had to in bringing in our influences, rock and pop and classical and stuff like that into the music, and it just kind of, it was really, in fact, Dil Chahta was like a really good showcase even now of what the three of us stand for. It's like a completely eclectic, blend of music.
Right.
And of course, nobody knew how to do, because it was so different. I mean, like a song like Dil Chahta, it just starts with a bass line.
Right.
Half the time when you heard it on television with the Indian broadcast, you didn't even know what was going on. You could just hear the dum 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 something, and it became a huge hit. And so that really set it up beautifully for us. We couldn't have asked for a better introduction into the Indian film industry.
Absolutely.
So,
Being a total novice when it comes to music direction, or how the composition aspect works out, what kind of a role do each of you play? I mean, you're three different people, very different backgrounds in music. So talk to us about what kind of a role you play, each of you.
Actually, it's pretty chaotic in the studio. There's no fixed way in which we compose music, and I suppose that's the only way you can do it. Because if you have a fixed way, that's not the right way. You need to have an abstract way in which you work. You need to have confusion, commotion. We need to have, three different ideas fighting with each other, literally, verbally, physically, arguing, shouting.
Seriously?
And eventually worked. Oh, what do you think? We are synchronized swimmers or what?
we just know your music sinks into us, dude.
Yeah.
We fight like crazy, and but eventually it's working towards a good song.
Oh, is that why Loy said he just listens? Loy?
You got that fine.
So I had a question for you guys. What's inspiring about you guys is the fact that you guys have been together for almost 70 plus years.
Yeah.
20 years. I'm sorry, I'm stuck corrected on that. But the question to you guys is, how is it? It's two people working together is so difficult, but you guys are three people. Is there any secret which you want to share with our brothers out there to start working together in teams like threes or four? Because I know we do work in teams too, and we know we're going to work in.
We have creative differences, and yes, glad to know that you also scream and yell and shout. But how do you resolve your creative differences? How do you come to a conclusion?
I guess if people who work as a duo choose to work as a duo, but we're like a band if you look at it. Okay, Ehsaan plays guitar, I play keys, and Shankar sings. So there's a lot of overlap on a lot of areas. Sometimes if we need to compose, we could just do piano and voice. Sometimes it's guitar and voice. Sometimes just two of us playing guitar. We'll be sitting out near the canteen or reception or wherever and just brainstorming and getting an idea. Right. So those kind of things can happen at any point of the way. Sometimes it could be Shankar can program a kind of groove and start writing on top of it. So it's very fluid and it's got, like I said, there's no fixed way of going about it.
I think it's everybody's musical knowledge that is already there inside. We all know music. We understand music, and we even the technical aspects of music. So when you know that, when your foundation is pretty strong, then it doesn't matter what role you play. Because he may with his knowledge of jazz and Western classical, or with his knowledge of rhythm, R&B or blues and rock, he can influence the classical thing. It's not necessary that only a classical person has to write. Indian classical person has to write an Indian part. It's not like that. If he writes an Indian part, or I write maybe a guitar riff, or he writes a tabla part, it may be even more interesting than what a normal guy would write. You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay. Yeah. It absolutely makes sense. So talk I know Ehsaan had mentioned once when we'd spoken previously, when you guys I think it was Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara time. He'd said that you guys have a lot of these laugh sessions when you're actually in the creative mode. There are times when you just you sat and you just laughed and laughed and laughed about some crazy thing. So share one of those hilarious instances with us.
But actually, we make jokes about ourselves all the time.
Okay.
Funny versions of our songs. And generally, I hate to use the word, but bitch sessions about making people. It's the way people are. It's the way musicians are.
Okay.
It's a very interactive thing, and interaction doesn't necessarily mean that it all needs to be serious and about the music and stuff. Like we're not. I'm sure Western classical musicians do the same thing too.
Right.
But it's just basically having a lot of fun.
Right.
So if you can see humor in everything that you do, including your work, it gives it a different meaning. It gives it a certain lightness. Nothing has to be heavy.
One day Javed Saab was there with us. As usual, when Javed Saab is there, it's a riot in the studio.
Oh.
And if Farhan is there, it's even a bigger riot.
Wow.
Oh.
So we are all there, and we were cracking up on something stupid, and absolutely stupid. Means it's not even worth mentioning. Talking about, not even worth remembering.
Wow.
At that moment, things sound funny and feel funny.
Yeah.
We were laughing, almost tears rolling down, and Shabana walked in. And she said, if anybody sees you all the way you all are working over here, I'm sure the producers are not even going to pay you money. Because, and that's when she made us realize, how good music, serious music, music that's got depth, can be created in the most amazing, wonderful, happy, funny, laughing atmosphere.
True.
You don't need to be in a gambhir paristhiti to compose a serious piece of music.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And I should tell you one thing over here, we are huge fans of all your compositions, and each and every one of them have their own different signature to it. It's wonderful.
I really must thank Radio Dehotties, because y'all have been supporting us, y'all have been appreciating us, y'all have been promoting our songs, y'all have been really, really well-wishers in the true sense for years and years.
Thank you.
So I really thank both of you all for that. And this we mean from the bottom of our hearts, really.
Oh,
And
thank
this we
you.
normally don't tell RJs.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you,
you
sir.
so much. It
Tell
really
them.
means. Huh.
It's a total joy for us to actually listen to your music, sir. And
Yeah.
we want our bandhus to actually enjoy your music. And we know you the kind of powerhouse thing you bring on stage.
Right.
And we want them to experience that when you come here on your tour.
And we're just so excited that, we're finally getting to promote you guys the way Shankar Ehsaan Loy should be promoted here in the Bay Area as well. I wanted to ask you about. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to ask you about was this wonderful concert that you did for FCAA recently. You raised this, and it was, in competition with T20, right? The finals, the World Cup T20. And you guys had a sold out audience, 1 crore they raised for Kylo. So tell us about that particular incident. Were you not tempted कि हमें भी देखना है ये match या कुछ ऐसे, or did you not choose
See,
a
the
different
thing is, cricket will keep happening.
Yeah.
We don't perform so much in Bombay. And the thing is, the way I figure, out of 1 billion people, surely there are 3,000 people who won't be interested in cricket.
Right.
And basically we packed the house out. There was no empty seats. And, I've got to hand it because, my sister organized the show, Shama. And so she and the entire team, they did a fabulous job. And it basically hit the target, which is really what we wanted. Awareness for, there's so much in India that, we need to give back to, I recently did something in Calcutta for these children who have autism.
Yeah.
To try and, I think you saw it on my Facebook
Yes,
wall.
yes, absolutely.
So, the thing is that you have to keep doing this. Otherwise, all the success, all the money, all the fame means nothing.
Right.
Unless you can give back.
Absolutely. You've been, I've noticed that you've done a lot of fundraiser concerts. You've been associated with a lot of philanthropic work back home. And just wanted to ask you, are there is there, for each and every one of you, is there a specific cause that's really dear to your heart?
See, even this concert tour that we're doing in the US, it's for this wonderful group called Shankar Eye Foundation. And we performed for them a few years back. Their main center is Coimbatore.
Right.
And when we see the kind of work that they're doing, you feel so insignificant,
Right.
And that's when you feel that, see, we'll never be able to do what they're doing.
Right.
They're doing 500 operations a day. 5 operations.
Yeah.
And something that we take for granted, that is vision, we realize the importance only when we don't have it.
Yeah.
And these people are people who are giving vision to people.
Right.
They're literally correcting people's eyesight, and minimum 500 a day. So through our music, even if we are able to bring about a small change, if not do what they are doing, I think we achieved something that will satisfy us.
Right.
That's
And through
wonderful.
music, we can help people who are who are associated with so many NGOs, whether it is AIDS awareness, whether it's the blind people, whether it is whatever, Cry, or whether it's cancer helpline. I think it's more of a selfish reason that we feel good at heart.
Right.
We feel that our music it's a platform that really helps people.
Wonderful.
That's indeed wonderful. So we have asked you both this question before, but is Loy there? We want to ask him a question.
Yes.
Hi, Loy. We know Shankar sir and also Ehsaan have already told us about their musical influences and everything. We've never had this opportunity to ask you this question. Talk to us about your biggest influence in terms of musical icons.
Well, I grew up listening to a lot of music, a lot of pop and rock and R&B,
Yeah.
and then I discovered jazz.
Wow.
I love that form of music because it's just fantastic, and there's a very strong similarity to Indian classical music in that because of the whole improvisation aspect of it, right?
Right.
So I really love that. So a lot of my growing up years would be, falling asleep listening to the radio. I
Wow.
came from a generation of radio, a lot of all India radio, and my dad used to always make sure I used to listen to a lot of Indian classical, Western classical, and later on when I kind of got hooked onto jazz, then I started listening to a lot of jazz. So that's the way it is.
Wonderful. So I had a question. This actually is for all three of you. All of you, you are all steeped in music, and you live, breathe, and you eat music, I should say. Question was, in terms of consumption of music, people listen to the MP3s, listen to radio. Can I get your perspective as why one should actually go to a concert
Yeah.
and enjoy music? What would be your take on why one would have to go to a concert as opposed to listen to something on MP3 or radio?
See, all the restaurants, they offer home delivery, no?
Correct, yeah.
Why do you go to a concert? Why do you go to a restaurant to have dinner? I think it is the whole experience. It's not only about the music that you hear. It is the whole experience. It's the energy. See, everything is related to energy. When you go there and when you experience thousands of people focusing on one point, and that is the stage, the performer, the singer, the player, the musician. You're one of them. And the whole feeling that you get over there, you can never compare it with, anything else.
Yeah.
To listening to it on headphones, or possibly watching a concert on television. It's great. Those are also great things, but you cannot compare both.
Right.
And that energy, and that is the moment that comes and it's gone. You're never going to get that moment back again. That moment. You'll get a similar moment.
Right.
So that's what a live concert is all about.
Right.
To experience it.
Right. I have a question that is kind of a follow-up to what Loy had mentioned to all three of you. You talked about Indian classical music, Western classical music, and Ehsaan has mentioned in the past that world music, listening to different types of music, actually any kind of music, even you had mentioned you should listen to be able to get well-versed in music. Is it important for one to be trained in classical music to be a good musician?
Singer.
Or a good singer?
Well, training definitely does help, but do you enjoy good food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you go to train to be a good chef to enjoy good food? No, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that way, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's the other level of it. Yeah, if you want to get into the semantics of something, it's great to study it. Okay, but I think the experience when you're not how do I say this? You just experience it without knowing it, right? It's very beautiful. First time you experience something, I mean, you don't need to know what it is. You just kind of experience it, right?
Right.
And then if it really hits you, then you want to kind of get into it. So
Right.
That's the other side of it. Yeah.
Right. So Shankar sir, do you have anything to add to that, or what is your
Yeah, this is as far as audience goes, a listener of music. But as far as a musician, if you want to become a musician, it is not necessary to learn music. You can. It all depends on what is your final objective.
Right. So
Is it you only want to become popular and you want to create or sing songs that will sell millions and you'll make millions? Is that your only objective, or do you want to become a musician in depth, or you want to become both? No? So it all depends on you, whether you want to understand what you're doing. You can popularity, fame, success, making money has got nothing to do with knowledge.
right.
Okay, you can achieve all of that even without knowing what is sa or re or ga.
Right.
Okay? You can achieve that. Singing, you need not sing in sur, you need not sing in tal, you don't need to understand anything. You can still become famous. You can still earn the same amount of money, that possible, even more than what a classical musician has earned.
Wow.
But it's up to you what you want to do. Do you want to understand the piece of music that you've done? Do you want to understand the song that you've done?
Right.
Do you want to know things in depth? So you learn. If you don't want to, you will be always tentative, not knowing what's happening.
Correct.
But still, you may become popular. That doesn't mean anything.
So Ehsaan.
Ehsaan, your take?
I've actually seen the thing from somebody who's I've been to music school, in Los Angeles, and for me, it really changed my life. It changed my life. I mean, there's two aspects to it. One is the actual academic point of view, which you actually learn music and you enrich your full base of music.
Right.
And the other two, the second one for me is the interaction, which was really because you're in a music school, you're studying, in Los Angeles, which is the music capital of the world, and next to you is a student from South America, next to you, the other side is a student from Japan. Each one bringing his own different experience, into the thing, and so it was fabulous. So I mean, I do recommend that you should study music, but like Shankar said, it's not necessary.
Right.
But if you can get into the depth and afford to go to music school,
Right.
it's fabulous. I mean, there's a reason why so many people go to music school. They go to Juilliard, they go to Berkeley, they go to wherever. So so for me, it works that way.
Well,
And I'm only saying from experience.
And again, personal choice.
Correct.
You want to learn because you want to learn.
The
Right.
passion for learning.
Right.
So I just want to say one thing here. Your music has inspired many people, and I'm hoping this particular talk with you guys is going to inspire more people. In
Yeah.
fact, we learned a lot just by talking to you for a few minutes right now.
Yeah.
About the passion which is required for more than anything else than just going learning at a school.
Yeah.
The passion to actually want to better yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And we really, every single song of yours we dig. I mean, it's not because it's Shankar Ehsaan and Loy, but it's just each time we think, oh, this is the best work you guys have done. And then the next time you guys come out and you surprise us with something
Yeah.
different. Every single
Are you all
time.
coming for the concert or not?
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'm resting my voice so I come and yell and shout there.
Yeah. We've got
Actually,
all.
even I have to rest because I have to go because my voice is gone and our rehearsal, the whole band is waiting over there.
Yes.
So we will start.
So thank you very much, ALTU and PHALTU.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay.
See you guys.
Thank
All
you so
right.
much,
Thank you
guys.
so much, you guys. Have a good one.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you so much.